Hi guys, welcome back to Super Math for You. This is Mr. Urrego, and today we're doing word problems for arithmetic sequences. Let's start. Let's read the problem. To prove that objects of different weights fall at the same rate, Galileo dropped two objects with different weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. The objects hit the ground at the same time, so regardless of the weight, he was proving that. When an object is dropped from a tall building, it falls about 16 feet in the first second, 48 in the second, 80 in the third, regardless of the weight. How many feet in the 10 second? Okay, so we have something. This is the height in the first, in the second, in the third. Okay, so that's my sequence, right? My first, my second, my third. 16, 48, 80. This is a sub 1. That's my first term, my second term, my third term. The question is, how many feet in the 10? That means I'm going to go A4, A5, A10, right? But that's what the question is, all the way to A sub 10, my 10th term. The main problem here is the following. We can confuse with the value itself and the position in the sequence. First term, this is the value. Second term, this is the value, and so on and so forth. Okay? Because they're asking for a specific term, then I'm going to go back to my formulas, all right? And I have a recursive formula when I'm looking for the next few terms of the sequence. I'm looking for my explicit formula when I'm doing for a specific term in the sequence. By the way, if you haven't seen the video about arithmetic sequences, please check this video on the top or on the description. All right, so in our case, they're asking me for A sub 10, all right, the 10th term in my sequence. How many seconds? That was the question. Therefore, I'm going to use my explicit formula. To use my explicit formula, I need the A sub 1, which is my first term. I need my D term. I know that my N value is 10 because that's what they're asking me, the 10th second, the 10th term in my sequence. Therefore, this is 10 as well. So A sub 1 is 16, D, we gotta find D. So D is the one on the right minus the one on the left, 80 minus 48, or 48 minus 16, which is 32 for both. Remember, every time I'm doing an arithmetic sequence, these terms have to be constant in order for the whole problem to be an arithmetic sequence. Now I have my D, it's just a matter of replacing. So like I said before, our first term is 16, the common difference is 32, and my N is 10. That's why I put A sub 10. Now it's just a matter of doing basic math. 10 minus 1 is 9, multiply times 32, 288 plus 16 gives me 304. So that's the height. Remember, we have to answer the question. How many feet would an object fall in 10 seconds? So 304 feet. Okay, let's work on 24. 24 says, Trevor Kowa had opened an English language school in Sihara, Japan. He began with 26 students. That's how he started. If he enrolls 3 new students each week, in how many weeks will he have 101? All right, so let's start writing. He began with 26 students. A sub 1 is 26. That's my first value. Okay, if he enrolls 3 new students each week, that's your difference, guys. That's how much you increase per week. So my D is 3, right? In how many weeks we'll have 101? So to give you a total, my N, how much is my N? How many weeks? Okay, remember, that's how it started. This is the difference between weeks. 3 new students per week, 101 students, how many weeks? Okay, so for that, because we have a specific, we got to use a formula, explicit formula. So let's replace whatever information we have. Okay, first of all, I have a sub 1, which is 26. I have the difference, which is 3. Do I know the n? No, I don't know the n. N is the number of weeks that's going to take him to do 101. All right, but what's 101? 101 is the value. The only difference here is that I'm looking for n, number of weeks. All right, so let's solve for n. Let's do some algebra. First thing I need to do is to distribute this 3n minus 3, and then solve for n. Combine like terms. Subtract 23. 1 minus 23 is going to give me, so I brought this over here just in case, and then divided by 3. N equals 26. So that's the amount of weeks that it took him to grow his school from 26 to 101, going 3 students at a time. All right, now let's go for the bonus program. So let's read. Given determining the arithmetic sequence and the common difference, find the first 5 terms of an explicit formula. Let's go 16. 16, they're giving me common difference and a term. Now, what's the difference between this and the previous problem? In my word problem, they gave me the difference. The starting, they gave me the total, which is what I'm looking for, but they also gave me my initial, my first term. And that's not happening in this problem. In this problem only, they're asking me, find the explicit formula and then find the first 5 terms. I'm just going to find probably 2 or 3, no need for all 5. Okay, so what's happening is the following. The first thing that I need to do is, let's write the explicit formula. Once we have the explicit formula, we need to replace whatever information they give me. My D, I have it. And then I have 8 sub 40. So 8 sub 40 goes here. So let me replace. If this is 8 sub 40, then my n means my n is 40. Okay, now let's replace what we have. 8 sub 40, I have 8 sub 40, so this is negative 1191 equals 8 sub 1. Do I have 8 sub 1? No, I don't have 8 sub 1. Do I have D? Yes, D is negative 30. So let's replace this. Negative 30. And 40 minus 1 is 39. As you can see, I plug everything in, and now the only variable that I have is by 8 sub 1, which is the information that they gave me in the beginning. Remember, your problem was 26. So here wasn't given, therefore I need to find it. I need to find this value and then I go back and replace it. So let's find 8 sub 1. Let's do some math. Now 30 times 39 gives me 1170. Add 1170 on both sides. And 8 sub 1 is equal to negative 21. Now I have my first term, therefore I'm going to go back and replace it. Let's write our explicit formula and start replacing values. 8 sub n equals 8 sub 1, negative 21. My D, negative 30. My n, I have no idea. Remember, I'm finding my nth, the formula for my nth term. So everything has to be in terms of n. Because after that, what I'm going to do is replace n for 1, for 2, for 3, for whatever value I want. And I need to write now my recursive formula. Negative 21, distribute, combine like terms, or either way is going to be my recursive formula. Once I have my recursive formula, now I can replace for any value. In our problem, they ask me for the first 5. Let's do first 3. We know what to do on the first one. We know what to do in any of them. 8 sub 1. In my case, n is 1. So whatever I see in n, I replace it by 1. And that's pretty much it. Negative 30 times 1 is negative 30 plus 9. 8 sub 2, same idea. Instead of the n, I write it 2. Negative 30 times 2 is negative 60. My plus 9 is negative 51. 8 sub 3. And now you get the idea. I just replace the value of n for any value that I want. Okay? In this case, it's going to be negative 90 plus 9, negative 81. If you notice, okay, my d value was negative 30. And my values are decreasing by 30 on every single step. Alright? Okay, guys. I hope this helps. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.